Okay, so we're back with another Jeep dive.
Yeah.
And today,
Let's do it.
we're looking at a pretty interesting concept. You guys sent us some information about this podcast
Mhm.
called Drunk with Facts. And, well,
Interesting title for sure.
yeah, just the name itself kind of makes you
It really does.
think a little bit.
Like, what are we in for here?
Exactly.
What is this going to be like?
Yeah, are we going to be learning? Are we going to be laughing? Are we going to be...
Right. Is it serious? Is it a joke?
Yeah, exactly. So let's take a closer look at this.
Yeah, let's dive in.
We're all just bombarded with information constantly these days, right?
Yeah, information overload.
It's like drinking from a fire hose.
Absolutely. And how do you even know what's real anymore, right?
Exactly. And so this podcast, Drunk with Facts, they say, and I'm quoting here directly from their description, we're not afraid to get a little silly while we explore the world of facts. We believe that learning should be fun, engaging, and maybe even a little bit intoxicating.
Okay, so they're definitely leaning into that kind of playful vibe,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's not your typical dry, boring, fact-based show.
Right.
They're trying to spice things up a bit.
Yeah, it seems like they're really tapping into this whole idea of edutainment.
Right, making learning fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like, think about shows like Stuff You Should Know
Yeah.
or Radiolab.
Yeah,
They've really figured out a way to make these like complex topics
right.
accessible to a lot of people.
Yeah, they've got that mass appeal because they don't take themselves too seriously.
Exactly.
It's educational, but it's also entertaining.
Right. And Drunk with Facts seems like they're kind of taking it to like the next level.
Okay, so,
Well, they've got this mascot,
oh yeah, I read about this.
Mr. Factman.
Mr. Facts with
Yeah.
the fact.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not even trying to be subtle about the humor.
I mean, come on. That's pretty clever.
It's memorable, and it kind of sets the tone for the whole thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, there's actually a lot of research out there that shows that humor can actually help people learn.
Really?
Yeah, like when you find something funny, your brain releases dopamine.
Okay.
And dopamine's linked to like attention and memory.
Oh, wow. So it's like you're actually wiring your brain to remember the facts better.
Exactly. It creates this positive association with the information.
That's really interesting.
So it's not just about being silly. It's like a strategic way to help people actually remember the facts.
I like that.
But the question is, how effective can this really be? Like in a world where we're just surrounded by misinformation constantly.
Right. That's the big challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, like can you really be entertaining and accurate at the same time?
You got to strike that balance.
Exactly.
And it looks like Drunk with Facts is aware of that. They say they rigorously fact check every episode.
Okay, good.
So they're not just throwing out random stuff. They're actually putting in the work to make sure it's accurate.
Which is super important. You can't just sacrifice accuracy for a good laugh.
Exactly. Credibility is key.
Right. So where does this fit in with all the other podcasts out there?
Yeah, there are so many podcasts these days.
It's like a jungle out there.
It really is. So how do you stand out?
Right. How does Drunk with Facts plan to cut through all the noise?
Well, it seems like they're targeting a pretty specific niche.
Okay. Who are they going for?
People who are curious about the world,
Oh.
but maybe they find traditional, like, educational content a little bit intimidating or boring.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's about making learning less like a chore and more like something fun and engaging.
Right, like a shared discovery.
Exactly.
And ultimately, isn't that what we all want?
I think so.
To learn and grow, but in a way that's enjoyable.
Yeah, nobody wants to feel like they're back in school.
Exactly.
So if Drunk with Facts can deliver on what they're promising,
Yeah.
the information and the entertainment, then they might really be onto something.
Yeah, it's a really interesting approach they're taking.
It is.
Using humor, a catchy
Yeah.
mascot, a playful tone.
Trying to make learning more accessible.
Exactly. And it really raises this question, can we really be drunk with facts?
Can you be intoxicated by knowledge?
It's a provocative thought.
It really is. And it kind of makes you think about your own relationship with learning.
Yeah, like how do you find those sources of information that really make you want to learn more?
Right. What makes a fact stick in your mind?
Exactly. So as you're out there navigating the world of information, think about that.
Yeah, be open to new approaches.
And maybe you'll find yourself pleasantly intoxicated by knowledge.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
I'll drink to that.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.